Hello and welcome to what will hopefully be the first of quite a few videos we're going to put onto our YouTube channel. I thought I'd kick off with some simple old-fashioned album news. We get loads of stuff about new albums coming in every single day, 40, 50 albums. If anybody who thinks that rock and metal is dead, you're wrong. The sheer amount of music that's coming out will totally make that into a lie. The first one I want to kick off with is Charles in the Kitchen. We featured them about 2 weeks ago and we got the chance to premiere one of their tracks. Well, the EP that it came from, which it comes from, The Fifth Mechanism, is out now, and it will cost you the grand total of absolutely naff all, although obviously they will accept some donations. The band have dropped it on Bandcamp. Just go to charlesinthekitchen.bandcamp.com and you can have a listen to The Fifth Mechanism and download your own copy and so on. It's an interesting little story. They actually formed just as a little band for Easter, apparently, to play in somebody's kitchen or something, and it all worked out quite well. So their first EP is out now. Parasitic Rejects is the next one we have some information about. It's actually a twin EP from Parasitic Twins and the Carnival Rejects. It's a split between the two bands. They've obviously named it the Parasitic Rejects. Very interesting artwork, as you can see up there. We will be featuring the full EP this Sunday. That is the 26th of May at 6 PM. If you fancy having a listen to that before it's actually released. There is a single which is out already, and we'll tell you a bit more about that on the actual article when we publish it in a couple of days' time. Adrenaline are our next ones up. They are formed from members of Queensway, and they are a hardcore outfit from Baltimore, so you can expect that to be quite noisy and quite loud. The Adrenaline is their self-titled release, and it is out already. You can grab a hold of a copy of that right now if you fancy something to get really particularly mad and pogo to. Die My Demon have a new album coming out shortly. Fear the One That Kills the Soul is due to be released on the 5th of July through Demon Run Amok Entertainment. The band were actually formed way back in the 90s in Ghent in Belgium. They've had a couple of little breaks here and there for various reasons. Fortunately, they are now back as of early 2014, and you can grab that album in about a month's time. Expect it to be nice and heavy and hardcore influenced. Thrive on Neglect is the forthcoming new full-length album from a blackened death grind unit, Immortal Bird. They actually have a track out for it in a minute, which is available to stream. We'll pop the link down below. You can have a listen to that one later on. It's heavy. It's very, very heavy. If you like your really heavy grindcore, can't make out the words, but who cares, it's really violent kind of stuff, this will appeal. They're a US band, not sure if they've made it over to the UK or Europe as yet, but as and when they do, they will be ones to watch out for, believe me. And in case you couldn't figure out from the very tasteful artwork up there, Visceral Disgorge are death metal. Nothing wrong with that. What is wrong is it's taken them 8 years to follow up Ingested Putridity, which was their last album, 2011. Finally, it's going to be followed up with this new masterpiece called Slithering Evisceration. It's not out until September the 13th, quite some time to go. You'll get it through Agonia Records, and it will coincide with the North American tour. Hopefully they'll make themselves known over here at some point, but it looks like a beast of an album. I'm sure we'll have a bit more news about that as and when. Maybe one or two tracks if we're lucky to hear before it comes out after the summer, really, well into autumn. Valley of the Sun are our next band featured. They have a new album out called Old Gods. It comes out, well, it came out yesterday actually, on the 24th of May. It's, to quote Metal Hammer, one of those bands best experienced in a dive bar with sweat dripping off the walls. So if that kind of thing appeals to you, and it comes from a label called Fuzzorama Records, which might give you an idea of the sort of style that you can expect from them, go and grab a copy. As I said, it is out and available right now. Getting into something a little more of my taste, from Transcending Obscurity, probably India's best death metal and heavy metal label, we have Trench Warfare, who are releasing Hatred Prayer. They're a black death metal band, no compromise, hard as, and the first song that's streaming is on Bandcamp and YouTube. Again, check links down below. We'll have a link to one of those ones. Hatred Prayer is due out on the 9th of August, so you've still got the summer to go before you hear that one as well, but at least you can have a quick sample of the brutality that is due to rip your ears off and make you eat them. Finally, one I've actually been having a listen to recently is a band called Gygax. Straightforward, good old-fashioned heavy metal with a little bit of a proggy tint to it, but what interested me is the name of the band. For those of you who are as nerdy as I am, you'll recognise that Gary Gygax was one of the men who co-created Dungeons and Dragons way back in the 1970s. The band named themselves after him because they're also nerds, so expect lots and lots of songs about elves, dwarves, goblins, gelatinous cubes, and so forth. Did you know if you colour a gelatinous cube in pink, you have a Turkish delight that will eat you? There we go. Well, that was all of our news for today. We'll see if we can rattle some more off before the end of the week. Any feedback would be great, guys. I know the video quality is not fantastic. We're working on the kit and so on, and I actually can't see very well, which is why I'm wearing these goggles, which makes it quite difficult for me to read some of the news articles while I'm trying to get the information out to you. So anything you can feed back to us, folks, whether you like these videos, whether you don't like the videos, whether you'd rather we stuck to just chucking it up on our website, whatever. If you want to get any information to us about your bands, about any records coming out, and you can be independent, you can be labels, you can be PR companies, we don't mind. As long as we have the time, we'll try and fit you in. Drop an email down to editor@moshville.co.uk. Again, down there. We'll put a little link in, or the email address. We'll do our best to fit you guys in. We're here to promote you. Spread the word. If there's anything here you fancy, give it a listen. If there's anything here you don't fancy, but your friends might, let them know about it. It's been an absolute pleasure. Hopefully we'll catch up with you guys at some other point over the next week. Alright? Rock on and all that noisy stuff.